Most people think that when God is silent, He's forgotten them. They think a delay is a denial. They are dead wrong. If you are watching this, you've likely been feeling stuck, frustrated, and isolated, wondering why every door seems locked while the rest of the world is moving forward. You've been praying for a breakthrough, but all you've received is a wait. The polarizing statement here is the truth that most people aren't ready to hear. Your current struggle isn't a lack of favor, it is a massive undercover operation. While you are crying in the waiting room, God is dismantling the traps your enemies set for you in the next season. He isn't just stalling your life, He is weaponizing your patience. If He gave you what you wanted yesterday, it would have destroyed you because your character wasn't ready for the weight of the wealth and the influence that is coming. Something huge is moving in the unseen realm. The pieces of your destiny are being shifted into a configuration so powerful it will leave you unrecognizable by the end of this year. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 3 specific reasons why the wait is actually the greatest blessing you've ever received. I'm going to show you exactly what is happening behind the scenes right now and how to recognize the signs that your waiting period is officially over. If you felt like you're being held back, pay attention. You aren't being delayed or being prepared for a takeover. Chosen one, you feel like you are being punished, don't you? You feel like you are standing still while the rest of the world is sprinting past you. You see people who don't even have your heart or your integrity, winning at the things you have prayed for. You have been waiting for a door to open for months, maybe even years. You have done the work. You have kept the faith. You have stayed pure in a world that is losing its mind. Yet, every time you reach for your breakthrough, it feels like the goalposts get moved further away. The silence from heaven is becoming deafening. You are starting to ask the most dangerous question a chosen one can ask. Has God forgotten about me? I am here to tell you right now, with absolute authority, that the answer is a resounding no. In fact, the truth is much more intense than you can imagine. You are not being ignored. You are being hidden. You are not being delayed. You are being prepared. There is a massive divine operation happening right now in the unseen realm that is moving on your behalf. While you are sitting in the dark, God is actually working on the biggest project of your entire life. He is moving mountains that you didn't even know were in your way. He is blocking enemies that you haven't even met yet. He is setting up a table for you that is so large, your current friends wouldn't even know how to sit at it. Listen closely to me. Most people in this world get fast food blessings. They want it now, they get it now, and it satisfies them for an hour before they are empty again. But you are not being prepared for a snack. You are being prepared for a feast that will sustain your family for generations. This wait that is currently breaking your heart is actually the very thing that is saving your life. If God gave you the keys to the kingdom yesterday, the weight of the crown would have crushed your neck. You weren't ready for the pressure. You weren't ready for the snakes that come with the gold. You weren't ready for the responsibility of the influence He is about to give you. So, He did the most loving thing a father could do. He put you in the waiting room. He made you invisible for a season so that He could build your muscles in private. He is making sure that when you finally step onto the stage, you don't just perform, you rule. He is making sure that when the wealth finally hits your bank account, it doesn't change your soul. He is waiting until your character is stronger than your desire. This is not a prison sentence, chosen one. This is a protection detail. I know you are tired. I know the tears you cry at night when nobody is looking. I know how heavy it feels to carry a vision that nobody else can see. But you must understand that the intensity of your what is a direct reflection of the size of your huge. Small things happen quickly. Great things take time. A tent can be built in an hour, but a cathedral takes decades. You are a cathedral. You are a masterpiece in progress. And right now, the great architect is doing the most important work behind the scenes where you can't see the progress. He is clearing out the people in your life who would have betrayed you at the finish line. He is closing doors that lead to dead ends. He is literally rewriting your DNA to handle the glory that is coming. If you are watching this, it is because you have reached the final stage of the waiting room. The atmosphere is shifting. The clouds are breaking. You are about to see why every no was actually a not yet. You are about to understand why the silence was necessary. I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video. This isn't just a motivational speech. This is a roadmap. If you watch until the final minute, I am going to share a specific 3-minute sign that will tell you exactly when your wait is over. This sign is so specific and so powerful that once you see it, you will know within 72 hours that your life is never going to be the same. I am also going to teach you the 3 secret reasons why God chooses to hide his best soldiers before he promotes them. By the time we are done, you won't be frustrated by the wait anymore. You will be excited by it. You will walk away from this video with a sense of peace that you haven't felt in years. You will realize that you aren't stuck. You are just being positioned for a takeover. Something huge is happening, and it is all for you. The wait is almost over. The shift is here. Now, let's get into the deep truth. Of what is really happening while you wait. Now that you understand that you are being hidden for your own protection, we need to address the lie that has been playing on a loop in your mind. That lie tells you that waiting means nothing is happening. You look at your life and see the same 4 walls. You look at your bank account and see the same numbers. You look at your relationships and feel the same void. Because you cannot see physical movement, you assume the spiritual world is standing still. This is the biggest mistake you can make. In fact, the most intense work always happens in the dark. Think about a seed planted in the ground. For weeks, there is no green leaf. There is no fruit. There is no sign of life. To the untrained eye, the seed is dead. But underneath the surface, a war is being fought. The seed is breaking apart. It is stretching its roots deep into the dirt to find water. It is building an anchor so that when the wind blows later, the tree won't fall. If you dug up that seed because you were impatient, you would kill the very miracle you've been praying for. Your life is exactly like that seed right now. You are in the breaking stage. God is breaking your dependence on other people. He is breaking your need for validation from strangers on the internet. He is breaking your habit of looking for shortcuts. Why? Because shortcuts don't lead to destinations that last. He is forcing you to grow deep roots in His Word and His presence. This silence you are experiencing is actually a sign of deep intimacy. Think about it. When you are with a stranger, silence is awkward and uncomfortable. You feel like you have to talk to keep things going. But when you are with someone you truly love and trust, you can sit in silence for hours and feel perfectly at peace. God is bringing you to a place where you are so comfortable in His silence that you don't need a sign every 5 minutes to believe He is there. He is moving you from a baby faith that needs constant milk to a mature faith that can handle solid food. While you are waiting, a massive undercover operation is taking place on your behalf. You have to realize that the breakthrough you want involves other people, other places, and other timings that you cannot see. Maybe the company you want to work for is currently going through a management change so that your future boss is so Meet one who will actually appreciate your gift. Maybe the person you are supposed to marry is currently finishing a season of healing so they don't bring their old baggage into your new life. Maybe the city you are supposed to move to is preparing an opening that didn't exist a month ago. If God gave it to you early, the environment wouldn't be ready to sustain you. He is not just preparing the blessing for you, He is preparing the world to receive you. He is coordinating 1,000,000 different moving parts across the globe, just to make sure that when you step out, everything is perfectly aligned for your success. You also need to understand the security protocol of the divine. As a chosen one, you have a target on your back. The enemy knows your potential. He knows that if you ever wake up and realize who you truly are, you will be unstoppable. So, the enemy sends distractions. He sends people to drain your energy. He sends fake opportunities to lead you off the path. During this wait, God is acting as your divine bodyguard. He is intentionally keeping you offline and out of the spotlight so the enemy can't find you while you are still vulnerable. He is letting the enemy think He is letting your haters think you failed. He is letting the world forget about you for a moment so that you can grow in total secrecy. This is a tactical maneuver. When you finally reappear, you won't just be a slightly better version of yourself. You will be a completely different person. You will have a power and an authority that cannot be explained by human logic. People will ask, where did they come from? And the only answer will be, they were with God in the secret place. Stop fighting the silence. Embrace it. The undercover work is almost finished, and the big reveal is closer than you think. This brings us to the most painful question of all. Am I being punished? You look at your past mistakes and wonder if this delay is a debt you are paying. You remember the times you failed, the times you walked away, or the times you didn't give your best. Now, as the months turn into years, that voice in the back of your head whispers that you have been disqualified. It tells you that the huge thing God promised was given to someone else because you weren't good enough. I want you to look at me and hear this clearly. This is not a prison sentence. If you were being shed, you wouldn't feel the hunger you feel. If God were done with you, He would have taken the vision away. The fact that the dream is still burning inside you, even though it hurts, is the proof that the promise is still alive. You are not in a cell, you are in a sanctuary. You are being refined, not rejected. When a goldsmith puts gold into the fire, he isn't trying to destroy the metal. He is trying to destroy the impurities that make the metal weak. The fire is hot because the gold is valuable. If you weren't worth anything, God wouldn't bother with the heat. You must understand the 3 specific, behind-the-scenes operations that are happening right now while you are waiting. The first operation is resource alignment. You are asking for a miracle, but God is looking at the logistics. He is moving the wealth, the contracts, and the connections into a specific order. Think of it like a giant puzzle. You are holding one piece, but God is looking at the whole board. He is making sure that when you move, the resources are there to support you. If you moved too early, you would run out of fuel halfway through the journey. The second operation is character calibration. This is the Arist part. God is teaching you how to handle the high places. Most people can handle a little bit of success, but very few can handle a lot of it without losing their minds. He is teaching you how to be humble when you are winning, and how to be steady when you are losing. He is building a foundation of integrity so that when the world finally sees you, they can't find a crack in your armor. He is making you unshakable so that your success doesn't become your downfall. The third operation is the departure of the distractors. This is often the most confusing part of the wait. You might have noticed that lately, people are leaving your life. Friends you've known for years are suddenly acting strange. Family members are pulling away. Even people you thought were your ride or die are disappearing. You feel lonely, and you ask God why He is taking everyone away. The truth is, He isn't taking them away, He is clearing the path. Those people were comfort zone people. They knew the old you, and they loved the struggling you. But they don't have the capacity to handle the future you. If they stayed, they would try to pull you back to the level where they are comfortable. Hey would be a weight around your neck when you are trying to fly. God is removing the voices of doubt and the spirits of jealousy before the big breakthrough happens. He is making sure that the only person you are leaning on is Him. He is creating a vacuum in your life so that He can fill it with people who actually belong in your next season. This leads us to the question that keeps you up at night. How much longer? You want a date. You want a deadline. You want to know if it's next week, next month, or next year. But here is the secret about divine timing. God does not use a calendar. He uses a checklist. Your waiting period doesn't end when a certain amount of time passes. It ends when the internal work is finished. You are the one holding the key to the exit door. If you continue to complain, if you continue to look back at your old life, and if you continue to doubt the process, you are simply adding more time to the clock. The wait ends the moment you truly surrender. It ends the moment you say, God, even if nothing changes, I trust you. That is the frequency of the breakthrough. When you stop chasing the blessing and start chasing the source, the blessing starts chasing. You have to move from, when will it happen, to, I am ready for it to happen. The atmosphere in your life is changing right now because you are finally beginning to see the wait for what it really is. It is a divine promotion in disguise. You are being trained for a level of authority that most people only dream of. You are being prepared to speak to thousands, to lead industries, and to break generational curses that have been in your family for 100 years. You cannot do that work if you are fragile. You cannot do that work if you are still looking for approval from people who don't even know their own purpose. So, take a deep breath, stop checking the clock, and start checking your heart. Are you grateful for what you have right now? Are you being faithful with the little things? Are you ready to be the person God says you are? If the answer is yes, then your season is shifting. The undercover work is hitting its peak. The huge thing isn't coming, it is already here, just waiting for you to be strong enough to carry it. Stay focused, because in the next part, I am going to show you the tangible signs that the shift has already begun in your physical world. This is the moment where we address the question that keeps you awake at 2 a.m. This is the question that makes your heart feel heavy and your soul feel tired. You are asking, how much longer? God, you have been in this wilderness for so long that you have started to memorize the scenery. You have seen other people start after you and finish before you. You have seen people who don't even pray receive the very things you have been fasting for. It feels like you are standing in a line that never moves. You are starting to wonder if the clock has stopped or if the person in charge has forgotten your name. I am here to tell you something that might be hard to hear, but it will set you free. God does not use a calendar, He uses a checklist. Most people think that spiritual timing is like a bus schedule. They think if they wait long enough, the bus has to arrive. But God's timing is more like a combination lock. The door doesn't open because a certain amount of time has passed. The door opens when the numbers are finally aligned. You are the one holding the dial. If you are still complaining about the people who hurt you, the dial isn't aligned. If you are still looking for a shortcut to avoid the hard work, the dial isn't aligned. If you are still trying to do things in your own strength, instead of trusting the process. The dial isn't aligned. The reason it feels like it is taking forever is not that God is slow. It is because He is waiting for you to finish the internal work that matches the external blessing. Think about a high-performance jet. A pilot cannot just jump into the cockpit and take off. There is a very long checklist of safety measures that must be completed first. The pilot checks the fuel. They check the engines. They check the communication systems. They check the weather. To a passenger sitting in the back, this wait feels annoying. The passenger just wants to get to the destination. They look out the window and get frustrated because the plane isn't moving. But the pilot knows that if they skip even one item on that checklist, the plane will crash before it reaches 10,000 feet. God is your pilot. He is going down a checklist in your life that you can't see. He is checking your ego to make sure it won't explode when you get famous. He is checking your heart to make sure it won't turn cold when you get wealthy. He is checking your spirit, too. Make sure you can handle the turbulence of the high places. You have to move from asking when to asking what. Instead of asking, when is it my turn? Start asking, what do I need to learn in this moment so I never have to come back to this level again? The wilderness is a school, not a graveyard. You are there to graduate, not to die. If you keep failing the test of patience, God will keep giving you the same lesson. If you keep failing the test of forgiveness, the door will stay locked. The wait ends the very second you truly surrender. Real surrender is not giving up. It is letting go. It is saying, God, I want the blessing, but I want you more. Even if I stay in this room for another year, I will still praise you. When you reach that level of peace, you become dangerous to the enemy. Why? Because the enemy can no longer use your impatience against you. The biggest secret to ending your waiting season is gratitude. Gratitude is the fast-forward button of the spiritual realm. When you start being thankful for the wait, you prove to God that you are ready for the huge thing. Most people wait until they get the money to be happy. They wait until they get the relationship to be thankful. But a chosen one is thankful while the bank account is empty. A chosen one is joyful while they are still alone. This creates a frequency that literally pulls the future into the present. You are essentially telling the universe that you already have what you asked for. Stop checking the clock. Every time you look at the time, you are admitting that you don't trust the one who created time. You are acting like a child in the backseat of a car, asking, "Are we there yet?" every 5 minutes. Trust the driver. He knows the traffic patterns of your life. He knows the roadblocks that are up ahead. He knows the shortcuts that are safe and the ones that are traps. He is not trying to keep you from your destination. He is trying to make sure you arrive there in one piece, with your soul intact and your crown straight. Your "how much longer" is being answered right now. The answer is, as long as it takes for you to become the person who can handle the answer. If God gave you the huge thing today and you weren't ready, you would lose it by tomorrow. And God loves you too much to let you lose what He spent so much time preparing for you. He wants your success to be remaining. He wants your breakthrough to be a legacy, not a lucky break. So, take the pressure off yourself. Stop comparing your timeline to someone else's highlight reel. Their quick blessing might have a quick expiration date. Your slow blessing is being built to last forever. As you sit in this space, I want you to make a decision. Decide today that you are going to stop fighting the clock. Decide that you are going to master the checklist. When God sees that you are no longer desperate for the exit, He will open the door. When He sees that you have found your joy in the middle of the wait, He will realize that you have passed the final exam. You are much closer than you were yesterday. Each breath you take is a step toward the finish line. The wait is not a waste of time. It is an investment in your future power. Hold your head up. The pilot is almost done with the checklist, and the engines are starting to roar. You are cleared for takeoff. Now that you have stopped fighting the clock, you are probably wondering if there is any real proof that things are changing. You want to know if there are physical clues that the wait is finally over. Because you are a chosen one, God will not leave you in the dark. He will always send you markers to let you know that the season is shifting. These are not loud or scary signs. They are quiet, precise, and powerful. If you are paying attention, you will see them everywhere. The first major sign is a sudden narrowing of your path. You will notice that things that used to be okay are now totally unbearable. You can't stand the gossip at your job anymore. You can't stand the fake friends you used to hang out with. Even the music and movies you used to enjoy now feel empty. This is not you being grumpy. This is your spirit outgrowing your environment. It is like an old pair of shoes that has become too tight. They worked for a season, but now they hurt because you have grown. This holy frustration is a sign that the weight has done its work. God is making your current life uncomfortable so that you will be willing to leave it when the new door opens. If you stayed comfortable, you would never reach for the huge thing He has for you. When you feel this intense need to pull away and be alone, do not fight it. It is the birth canal of your destiny. You are being pushed out of the old so you can be born in to the new. The second sign is unusual peace in the middle of chaos. Usually, when something goes wrong, you react with fear. If a bill comes late or someone says something mean about you, you lose sleep. But suddenly, you find yourself looking at a problem and feeling absolutely nothing but peace. You have a knowing in your gut that everything is handled. This is the sign that your character calibration is finished. It means God has successfully shifted your trust from your bank account to His hand. When the storm no longer scares you, it is because you have realized that you are the one with the power to walk on the water. This peace is the spiritual signal that you are finally ready for promotion. The third and most exciting sign is the 72-hour warning. Have you noticed that lately? You keep seeing the same messages. You hear a stranger say the exact words you just prayed in private. You see a vision of your future while you are doing something as simple as washing the dishes. You feel a sudden spark of energy in your chest for no reason at all. These are divine breadcrumbs. When these signs start happening every single day, it means the breakthrough is no longer coming. It is at the door. I call this the 72-hour warning because, for many chosen ones, once these signs reach a peak, a major move happens within 3 days. It could be a phone call that changes your life, an email with an offer you didn't expect, or a random meeting with a person who holds the key to your next level. This is why you must get your house in order right now. If you knew a king was coming to your house in 3 days, you wouldn't leave the dishes in the sink. You would clean every corner. You would prepare the best room. You must do the same for your blessing. Fix your sleep schedule. Clean your workspace. Clear out the clutter in your mind. Stop acting like a person who is hoping for a miracle and start acting like a person who is expecting a delivery. The delivery truck is on your street. The driver is looking for your house number. Do not be asleep when the doorbell rings. The signs are clear. The evidence is all around you. And the wait is officially transitioning into the win. Stay alert, because the next 72 hours could be the most important days of your entire life. This is the moment where the atmosphere of your life changes forever. We are moving from the wait and into the final decree. You need to realize that the reason God kept you hidden for so long was to forge you into a secret weapon. Look at the world around you right now. It is filled with people who are chasing fame, chasing money, and chasing power, but they have no foundation. They are loud, but they are empty. You, however, have been shaped in the silence. You have been tested in the fire. You have been taught how to stand when everyone else is falling. Because you endured the waiting room without losing your faith, you are now being granted a level of spiritual authority that the average person will never understand. A decree is not a request. It is a legal command. Up until now, you have been asking God to move, but now God is telling you to move. He is handing you the scepter. He is telling you that the words coming out of your mouth now carry the weight of heaven. This is why your wait was so strict. If God had given you this power while you were still bitter, you would have used it to hurt people. If He gave it to you while you were still selfish, you would have used it to serve yourself. But now, after the breaking and the refining, your heart is aligned, Ned, with His. You are now a person who can be trusted with the huge thing, because you have proven that you will use it to bring light into a dark world. You are about to experience what I call the sudden acceleration. In the spiritual realm, things move slowly until they move all at once. You have been walking through the mud for years, but you are about to hit the pavement. God is going to make up for the time you lost. He is going to give you 10 years of progress in 10 months. He is going to restore the relationships that were meant for you and replace the ones that weren't. You will look back at this wait and realize it wasn't a delay at all, it was a slingshot. The further back you were pulled, the faster and further you are about to fly. The tension you felt was simply the energy building up for your release. I want you to stand tall right now. I want you to stop leaning on your own understanding and start leaning on your divine appointment. You are no longer the person who is struggling to get by. You are the chosen one who is being deployed to lead. This final decree means that the legal rights the enemy had to block your life have been canceled. The debt has been paid. D. The lesson has been learned. The gate is now open. You don't have to beg for a seat at the table anymore because God is building a table specifically for you. He is preparing a platform for your voice, a market for your business, and a home for your heart. As this decree goes forth, you will notice that the weight on your shoulders is lifting. That heavy feeling of what if and maybe is being replaced by a spirit of it is finished. You are stepping into a season of divine repositioning. You are being moved from the back of the line to the front. You are being moved from the shadow to the spotlight. But remember, the spotlight is not for your ego, it is for your assignment. You have been prepared for this specific moment in history. The world is in chaos, and people are looking for someone who has peace. They are looking for someone who knows the way. Because you survived the wilderness, you are now the guide they have been praying for. Stop looking at your bank account and start looking at your authority. Stop looking at your authority. Stop looking at your Creator. The decree has been signed in the courts of heaven. The huge thing is no longer a secret, it is your neighbor. Reality. You are about to walk into rooms that you didn't even know existed. You are about to receive favor from people who don't even like you. You are about to see your name on things that you used to only dream about. The wait was the price of admission for the greatness you are about to inhabit. Take a deep breath and accept this truth. You are not a victim of time. You are the master of your season. The final decree has been issued. Your takeover begins today. This is the final step of your journey today. You have listened to the truth, you have felt the shift, and you have received the decree. But now, it is time for you to take action. In the world of the chosen one, information without action is a dead end. To bridge the gap between the wait and the huge thing, You must move from being a listener to being a manifester. This is the moment where you lock in everything we have talked about. You are standing on the edge of a new life, and the only thing left to do is to step forward with total confidence. You are not waiting for a sign anymore because you are the sign. Your presence, your peace, and your persistence are the proof that God is moving. I want you to understand. And that the huge thing isn't just a gift for you to keep, it is a tool for you to use. God is about to pour resources into your hands, but He is watching to see how you handle the first drop. He is looking for people who will be kingdom transformers. This means that as you receive your breakthrough, you must be ready to help others find theirs. The isolation you felt was meant to make you strong enough to lead others out of their own darkness. You are being blessed to be a blessing. When that phone call comes, when that bank balance changes, or when that door finally swings wide open, do not forget the lessons of the silence. Stay humble, stay grateful, and stay connected to the source. Now, I have a very specific instruction for you to activate your manifestation. I want you to take a physical action right now to show the spiritual realm that you believe the wait is over. It could be something small. Maybe you finally write down that business plan you've been hiding. Maybe you clean out your closet to make room for the new season. Maybe you just stand up and say out loud, "I am ready." Whatever it is, do it with intention. You are signaling to the universe that the space is adieu for the arrival of your promise. You are telling the behind-the-scenes operation that the stage is set and the lights are on. I also want to invite you to join this community of chosen ones. You have felt the power of this message because you are not meant to walk this path alone. There are thousands of others who are going through the same refinement, the same wait, and the same preparation. By subscribing and staying connected, you are surrounding yourself with the right frequency. You are leaving the normal world behind and entering a space where miracles are expected. Your growth will accelerate when you are around people who speak the language of faith. We are a family of visionaries, and your seat at the table has been waiting for you. Before you leave this video, I want you to perform one last act of faith. I want you to go down to the comments and type, "I am ready for the shift." When you type those words, you are making a public declaration. You are telling the enemy that he can no longer hold you back. You are telling your future that you are coming for it. And most importantly, you are telling yourself that the wait was worth it. Read the comments of others and give them a like to support their journey too. As we build this wall of faith together, the huge thing will begin to manifest in our lives simultaneously. I am so excited for what you are about to see. I am so proud of you for not giving up when the silence was loud. I am so glad you stayed until the very end of this message. You are about to become a living testimony of what happens when a chosen one refuses to bow to the clock. The undercover operation is finished. The wait is over. The huge thing is here. Go out today with your head held high and your heart full of expectation. You are being moved into your true place, and nothing can stop what God has already started. I will see you in the next video as we continue to walk into our divine destiny. The takeover has begun. Be blessed, stay sharp, and get ready for your life to never be the same again.